Hey guys, how you doing? We had a little power outage and my device won't go in landscape, but it's okay. We still can go live. I am going to turn everything on. We're a little early, but I'm not going to be on here long today because I'm under the weather. And the internet is acting a little silly. But I'm going to call on my moderators to welcome everybody. And for you all to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me pretty good. Grandmama Groves, can you hear me? Thank you. I get like this when I overwork myself. And I'm exhausted trying to get the food before it's cleaned up. I just got to slow down. So I'm only going to be on here for half an hour. And thank you, Denise. She said she can hear, and Chime Moss. And I want to welcome everybody to the live. The first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to put up the link if you want to join one of my perks clubs. I'll put that up. And there you go. And I'm going to pin it to the top. And then I'm going to put my Cash App up in case somebody wants to support this channel via Cash App. I certainly would appreciate it, because I send a lot of stuff out here. And if you need to contact me about anything that you can't Google, please email me at LadyCherylsNaturalProducts@gmail.com. Okay, so this is going to be a short live because I'm not feeling well, but I want to go over a few things. The first thing I want to say that many of you have received email notification. I'm not feeling too good, Lorraine. Just a little overworked. My mind tells me I can do a whole lot, but then my body tells me I need to slow down. So right now we're having a thunderstorm, and I want to get on early, and just in case we get a power outage, because it blinked, but it didn't stay off long. I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come on tonight. But I'm asking my moderators to speak to everybody for me, and I'm going to try to be on here just a half an hour. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is the special. By popular demand, people asked me if I would extend that, because a lot of us are doing a lot of work in the garden, and I have rheumatoid arthritis in my thumbs. I think I mentioned that to you last week, and my ankles, and one ankle that I had an injury, and I've been using the pain cream, and it's not as bad as it was, but a lot of people need that pain cream because we're all cleaning up. Those of you that are in zone 7 and up, we're doing a lot of cleaning up and reclaiming our soil and adding additives, and I'll be making a video on that, but it won't come out until Wednesday night or Thursday because I'm going to rest all day tomorrow. I'm going to try. Y'all know how that goes. I have a brilliant idea, and if I feel halfway right, I'll jump up and try to do it. And I've been doing too much of that lately. So I'm going to try to rest for the rest of the evening and tomorrow. And what I was saying was I sent most of the moderators to wild Texas mulberries. You should have gotten a confirmation email from the post office. I didn't bother about sending 2 of them since the post office sent out. But a couple people I didn't have an email address. So just know that it's coming. I sent them to everybody who sent me a Cash App because I went back and I looked at the video last week to make sure that I announced, please send me $5 for a Cash App. Now, it's some very special people in this live that are my moderators that gave me money to send other people. So if you ever sent me some money to send to other people, you know who you are, and I wasn't expecting any money from you, and I mailed off your cuttings, okay? I'm not gonna call any names. But if you don't have a credit with me, I sent out as many as I can. But if you are not on the list and you didn't get one or an email, you remember I told you that my my youngest son, I have 2, owns a barbershop, him and his business partner, and he's 6'4", and he's gonna come and do the pruning of the trees that I couldn't reach, and I did not want to be up on a ladder with nobody here. So he told me to hold off and he'll work me in his schedule. And also when he does that, he doesn't know it yet. I'm gonna have him to spray the top of those trees that I didn't get. Last week I told you I didn't wear glasses. I should have had these on, my big frame glasses and a hat to cover over the frame, and then of course my mask, and I broke my face out. And it started healing, but it goes through a process. The first layers of your skin are the epidermis, and then the true skin is the dermis. So now it's healing in the second layers of skin, and I had to do some facial scrubs. And anybody who has my creamy body butter, if you want to make your own facial scrub, all you got to do is add a tablespoon of Epsom salt, Dead Sea salt, or brown sugar to some of that creamy body butter, and you can exfoliate that dead skin. So it started looking worse before it started looking better, but it started to look a little better now, okay? And I just want to share that with you all. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is I always try to shout out my golden girls, and I'm going to tell you a funny story. Miss Ellen Pankey, Viola Graham, Jean Dudley, Deb M., and Joyce Moore. Well, after 12 o'clock, I think it was Saturday, I rolled over for the 5th or 6th time and checked my phone, and Growing with Hudson, and here's her mug. Growing with Hudson, I bought this a week or so ago. And when you try to help a content creator, she was offering 20% off, but I didn't put that code in there because I just wanted to support her, because I think this mug is absolutely beautiful. Can you see it? Just gorgeous. And nice weight to it, everything. And she was on live in the midnight hour. and I knew I was going to shock them by saying, hey, what's up, Hudson, in chat? And GT from Alaska said, Lady Cheryl in the house this time of night. And then a few minutes later, Aunt Ellen, we all call her Auntie Ellen, she came in. She said she rolled over and checked her cell phone. So it was really cool. I told them that the Golden Girls are in the house, and they kiki and laughed, and it was fun. But I couldn't watch all of it, but I watched it later. But it was really cute that these old ladies at 12, after 12 o'clock, watching a live. And if you haven't if you haven't caught one of Growing with Hudson's lives, you need to catch them or go back and watch the replay like I did, because she's always sharing bargains with us. A lot of them from Kroger. I know some of you don't have Kroger, but she shared one either today or yesterday that Kroger's in her area had fruit trees for $19.99. That's really good. Even if excuse me, even if they don't survive, you can afford to invest 20 bucks in a fruit tree. And so always, 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 I'm telling you as a friend, go check out Growing with Hudson, because she does her best to bring some valuable information to us, how we can save money in our garden and in our prepping for emergencies. Okay, I don't know if she's in here, but I want to blow her a kiss. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. And then that leads me to what I'm going to talk about next. Hey, Barb Brownlee, Cassandra, Dominic, Andrea Lewis. Yeah, Growing Hudson is here. She's speaking to B. Washington, and she spoke to Barb Brownlee. Yeah, it's a lot of people in here. Thank you. I'm under the weather if you just got here. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to end this probably by 7:30, okay? Not sick. I am not sick. I'm exhausted. Okay? All right. So, yeah, that was really cute when me and Viola Graham, no, Auntie Ellen was in there. That was really a lot of fun. Now, let me go back and tell Corey, you sent me $5 and you didn't need to. You won the contest. And I said, if you win the contest, you don't have to send any money. So I didn't send it back to you because I just accepted all of it. But if you are in here, or if you watch this video at a different time, I'm going to save that credit for you for the future. Another thing I want to say is this. I am going to compose a list of everybody that's in the groups with your mailing address and your email. So the next time you email me that you want to have some seeds, I'm going to have a separate file on my hard drive. So unless it's your first time, external hard drive. So unless it's your first time requesting some seeds, send me your address, and going further or forward, if you send it to me before or in the month of March, you don't have to send it again. I'm only taking the month of March to compose this list, since I give out seeds every month. Yeah, David Corey is in here. I see Grandmama Groves is speaking to him. Okay, we had a ball for the people that are in the Make Your Own Club. I went over, I don't know if you can, you probably can't see it, but I brought every essential, therapeutic, or food grade, or hard oil, some of them down here, because I get them in the big sizes now. I went over every oil that I use in my products. And it was a very good class. People paid attention. They asked questions. I put a little excerpt on Facebook, but not too many people watching. And I understand, because while I was just using up the few remaining minutes that people didn't have a question, I started talking about how you can maintain youthful skin. And somebody emailed me already and wanted to know, was that me, the younger girl with the lighter skin? No, that's not me. That's my daughter. She's 45, and she took that picture a couple weeks ago. So that's my daughter in that video I put in there. Okay? Now, let's see what we got. Okay, now let me tell you what I'm getting ready to do. I ordered, then I'll take your questions because I'm not going to be on it long. Because I have a terrible headache and I'm out of breath. And that's what happens to me when I get fatigued. I ordered 30 of these, if I can get these little boys out. And they are spring clips. They're the real small ones. You can see that? And I ordered these for my 1/4 inch diameter hoops that I put on my grow boxes that are on platforms. You all know that I do those boxes for people who are in a wheelchair or have a bad back like me. And so what I'm going to do Wednesday, I was going to do tomorrow, but I got to rest tomorrow. I'm going to put 6 mil greenhouse plastic over 3 of them together. There are 3 of them on a sawhorse, 2 sawhorses, 1 on each end. And then I'm going to clip the 6 mil greenhouse plastic to the hoops, because I was reading something and somebody's a little misinformed. I don't like to call nobody out, so I'm not calling no name. They were saying that you needed to wait until your soil heats up before you put anything outside, and that's not true. If you Google your cold crops like spinach, peas, beets, you can put them out much sooner. So I'm gonna rest tomorrow. What is that? Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to add and make a video adding azomite rock ducks, worm castings. And I think that's it. And then I'm going to water everything really well with the fish. Nope, not fish emulsion. I don't even use fish emulsion. I'm going to water everything well with the comfrey, the fermented. I was trying to say fermented instead of the other word. I'm going to water everything with the comfrey that I've been fermenting all winter long. It froze, thawed out, froze. But we're now having temperatures in the 60s and the 70s and 50 at 8, I think it was last night. So we're going to warm that soil up really well, very quickly, because in about another week, it's going to be 80 degrees in my backyard. So I'm going to start phasing everything out there. But I'll still put the plastic up in case the temperature drops below 50, and it will keep it warm, okay? And I want to let you all know that Grandmama Grows, that turned me on to the black pepper on my seedlings, was absolutely right. I said it last week, but I believe in giving people their props. And I don't have hardly any gnats in my greenhouse. And I'll take you in there and show you a video as I start transitioning my seedlings outside. And remember that that black pepper goes into the system of the plants and continues to protect it from insect infestations during the life of the plant. So they are doing really well. Also, I want to remind you that I didn't give my seedlings any fertilizer. Because you know, it's fertilizer in perlite, it's fertilizer in the potting mix, and I don't give them any fertilizer until I put them in a grow box or in the ground, okay? All right. Yes, David Corey is thanking Grandmama Grows. Yeah, give credit where credit is due. It has slowed down the growth of the fungus gnats tremendously in my greenhouse. And now I'm going to share something with you. I have some of those yellow sticky 2-sided papers, and I hang them up at the top of the frame. And you get those big old mosquitoes and moths. But never, ever, ever does a bee go to that sticky paper and get attached to it. I've been doing this since I retired, and that's 8 years. I never see a bee on it. I think they talk, they buzz, they communicate, and they stay away from that. So I've been seeing moths, those big, what I call mosquito, insects that eat other mosquitoes, and flies. So don't forget, if you have an issue, you can use those sticky papers and it will not destroy your bee population, okay? But getting back to the class yesterday, those ladies were on it. All of them, and I'm not just saying this, all of them are gonna be very, very good in what they decide to do. Okay, so now I want to talk about what you can put out early. Here's my notes. Best vegetables to grow in early spring. I'm going to sow some carrot seeds. But know this, it gets real hot down here really quick in North Texas, so they won't be out there long. I'm going to sow rutabaga, and these, I'm not going to do the seeds. I'm going to transplant my seedlings. Rutabaga, purple turnip, carrots, I already mentioned that, peas, lettuce. You can, if you're in zone 7 or 8 on up, you can plant potatoes. I can't eat them anymore. I can only have 3 potatoes for my blood sugar. So I haven't grown any potatoes other than sweet potatoes for about maybe 4 years. Swiss chard. Swiss chard, I love that rainbow Swiss chard. It's very heat tolerant. If you put a little shade on it, and when it's 100 degrees, it'll still survive. Shallots, you can plant now. Onions, kohlrabi, chives, excuse me. I think I said broccoli. If I didn't, let me say it again. And that's about it. And I'm sure some of you have some more things that you can plant a little early, depending on where you live. Getting some peace tea. Lavender, chamomile, hi, Halle, Family Homestead. Thank you for being here. Hey, Auntia. Okay, great. Now, at this time, I want everybody that's in any group, whether it is Grow Your Own Perk Club, Eat Your Own Perk Club, or Make Your Own Perk Club. I want you to please list your YouTube channel. Some people are not doing it, and that's okay if you don't want to. And if you don't have a channel, but you have a TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, you can put one or the other, just one. So everybody, please, if you are a moderator, and if you are in any of the 3 perk clubs, please put your websites, TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram. Because I know some of you all are working on your channels. And while they are doing that, let me just say, for those of you that post a video every day, I can't watch them all. I'm going to watch 2 medium-sized videos, no more than 10 minutes. I hope you understand. I have a lot of subscribers. I can't watch all these videos, guys, when I'm making stuff and filling orders. I hope you understand, but it'll be okay. I'll watch as much as I can. See, who said that? David Corey said, nobody asked me to be on the team. I guess I'm by myself. What's up with that, Lady Cheryl? Team, you talking about those grow-offs? I never mentioned them here. What I'm doing is the gratitude garden. Seeds that people gave you, seeds that you saved for a long time. Yeah, that's it. And I'm getting a lot of seeds from people, so I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So no, I'm not into the grow-offs. I have a lot on my plate. I think it's wonderful how everybody is motivating everybody, David. What you need to do the next time that you see something about it, just click on it and tell them, hey, I want in, you know? That's all you got to do. Growing with Hudson, put hers up. And Aunt Tia's backyard said, I'm sure everybody understands you can't watch all of everyone's videos. I really can't. And I try, and I'll be up real late trying to watch them, and, you know, I'm just getting run down. I really, really try hard. Okay. Jump in the next time. That's right, David. Okay, everybody is putting up their channels, their Instagram, their TikTok, or their Twitter. One or the other. Okay, I assume everybody is in. And now I'm opening up the floor an hour early for questions because we're going to end it at 7:30 today. I'm going to bed. Any questions, you can ask them now. I'll do my best to answer it. If I can't, I'll lead you to where you can get the answer. While you all are getting your answers, your questions posed in there, let me tell you that I kept the special because I wasn't feeling good the same. And then I had a couple people ask me to extend it anyway. So it's the pain cream, and it's extended until noontime on next Monday. The pain cream is the special. Yeah, I hear you, Andale. The time zone got you all mixed up. I went over to Brian and Bria's house for dinner yesterday, and I was just out of it. Just out of it. Just everything was just discombobulated. Do you have wood on the Charlie horse? Yes. Thank you for asking that, Lorraine. I went to Home Depot and I looked at the clearance lumber, and I bought 3 pieces for each Charlie horse so that it can have a drainage in between those 3 pieces. And it worked out well because they didn't warp up anything. I don't know how I came up with that, but I just knew if I put it on a big particle board or a big piece of lumber, I knew it would warp up. So it drains. Chine Moss Farm, are the trees staying in the rolling carts? Yes, they're utility carts, about $44 at Walmart. They only have one size. People have been asking me about that. And they were $39.99 when I got them, but they're on Walmart.com for a little bit more. Okay, so put your questions in all caps, everybody, so I won't miss them, okay? Thank you, Auntie Backyard. She's telling you all about the pain cream that's on special. And she left a link so you can get it. Miss Love said, my seeds look weak and straggly. I cannot imagine them surviving. You might need grow lights. I'm looking for questions, guys. Hey, Barb Brownlee. Did nobody ask me to be, oh, I already did that one, David. Okay. Somebody asked David to be on this team. I'm not on a team, so if I was, I would ask you. Okay, we got somebody here. Eat Your Own Club. GT in Alaska has been with us for 5 minutes. Let's honor him. Give him a hand clap, everybody. Tia's Backyard Garden says she's going to put out some peas very soon. Very good. And David said he's going to put out some catnip. When to plant pole beans. You want to start them a few weeks before your last predicted frost. And if you don't know what that is, go to Almanac, James Franklin, go to almanac.com, put in your zip code, and it'll tell you what zone you in, and you can type in when to plant pole beans. I don't plant mine in zone 8 until it gets a little warmer. But I'm not going to do pole beans this time. I'm just going to do bush. That's what I did last year, and that worked well for me and my back. And David said he started his watermelon. Cool. And Auntie said, Moss, I should hang some around my greens and kale. And you're exactly right. And Grandmama Groves is asking everybody to hit that like button. My computer says I have 52 people watching, but only 35 people hit the like button. And Miss Ellen says she's still getting snow in 6B. Yeah. You just have to wait. Hold your questions to Lady Cheryl ask for them, and I'm asking for them now. Put your questions in all caps. I got 6 more minutes, and then I'm going to sign out. Because I feel terrible. Grace Guy says she's going to put hers out Saturday. It got too hot last year, and I skipped spring. That happens with me in Zone 8A in North Texas. Yes, Playgirl B, I trim my trees. You can go look at my playlist. I did some a few weeks ago. And I just mentioned at the beginning of this video, my son is going to come over and get the ones that are too tall for me to stand on the ladder. I'm not going to be on the ladder with nobody here. And Grandma McGraw says, I usually start my plants outside after Mother's Day in Zone 6B. That sounds about right. Barb Brownlee is telling you all to hit that like button because you know Lady Cheryl appreciates it. Yeah, I got a lot of seedlings. And guys, none of my seedlings got any fertilizer. Just what's in the soil when I pot up. And when they get their second true leaves, that's when I pot up most of them. But some of them I pot up a little early. You kind of like know which ones you can play with. And get them in some potty mix so they can get some fertilizer in the potty mix. But I haven't put no fertilizer on it. I'm going to. Thank you, Auntia. She's telling you all if you want to try some of the teas, she's giving you a link. And I've got beautiful new labels that I ordered to put on here. And anybody that was in my class yesterday that wants to know where I get my stickers from, email me and I'll send you a link where you can get $10 off your first order. And by the way, I get $10 credit too. Thank you, my Renaissance grandmama. I got a bad headache and just tired. Okay, if I don't have any questions, I got 3 more minutes to be on here. Any questions? It is 64 degrees in the greenhouse. High humidity because we're having thunderstorms. I have no heat on. So that's great. I won't probably have to have any heat on for the rest of the month because we have the forecast up into March 27th, and that's our last expected frost date. But anything can happen, right? Okay. LaDon Fritcher says she don't know how she missed the class. I asked the question. Let me go back and see if I can find you, Don Fritcher. I will get some rest. Quinny, Don Fritcher. Okay, we had the curl on our peach and apricot last year. How do I start treating them again so I don't waste that copper spray? Well, you're going to have to treat them as soon as you see it. About once every 2 weeks until it's gone. Okay? It's no wasting if it's working. Let me see if I got some copper spray down here. Nope. I didn't bring it, but I want to show you all this. The All Seasons Horticultural and Dormant Spray Oil. You remember I have it in the big size. And I just have enough to spray one more time. So this was on sale in the small size on Amazon. So I bought 2. And that'll give me enough of this to dilute for this season. Every 2 weeks, I'm spraying sparingly. I'm not going to spray it really, really well, because you don't have to do that when you've already sprayed. So I hope I answered your question, LaDon. You're welcome, GT. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm blowing. Okay, guys, it's 7:29. I'll call it a night. I feel miserable. And I'm going to get in the bed. And I promise you, I'm going to take care of myself. Hi, my granny's garden. I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to rest the majority of the day tomorrow. Okay? All right. Get some good rest and feel better soon, Lady Cheryl. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you very much. I have a headache. I'm out of breath. And I got a little scratchy throat. So anyway, guys, you know that I love you and God loves you too. Don't forget the special. You can order it up until next Monday. Bye-bye.